Starting and running a business is hard, but you don't have to do it alone. Whether you're an established business owner or thinking about starting a side hustle to earn extra income, I am here to teach you how to show up as your unfiltered self, level up your business, and thrive as a mompreneur. Let's embrace the chaos and start enjoying the journey together. I'm Amy Traw, and you're listening to the Motivated Mompreneur Podcast. Hello, everyone. So with me today, I have a special guest. I have Bri of 328 Inspired & Co. It is the cutest shop up in Hartville. If you have not been there before, you are missing out. It's absolutely adorable. It's in an old house that they fixed up, her and her dad, and it just has all of these local mama makers products and just incredible things. So welcome in, Bri. It is so good to have you with me today.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh, of course. I'm happy to have you back. We first met when we did an interview a couple months ago, and you were our featured mompreneur of the week. So it's cool to be able to talk to you on the podcast and kind of learn how things are going. And we're actually collaborating for something really exciting. So we'll talk about that again later on. So for those of listeners that aren't familiar with your story, give us some backstory because you've got a really cool story.
I mean, you touched on it a bit. We are a collective. I like to say it's a curated collective of handmade goods. It's all local to Ohio. Most of our makers are hyper local to Hartville, so like an hour or less away. But I guess the dream there kind of started after I was starting to really get like the lonely vibes from stay-at-home mom life. I was an officer in the Air Force for a long period of time, and to go from a very high demand job that was very active to the repetitive nature of like the stay-at-home mom life, I just didn't find myself loving that. Children, like I think any mom will tell you, but you just get tired of doing, you pick up the same messes, the same piles of toys, and you don't really get like the satisfaction or reward at the end of the day to like show that you've accomplished something other than keeping a couple tiny humans alive, which is great.
That's a
Don't
huge
get me wrong,
accomplishment.
but
Right, exactly.
I don't know. I was needing more, like, so I have always been kind of handy, crafty. I've made a few things. I did a couple of different like craft shows and stuff whenever we were stationed in Georgia, and I started dabbling in it again when we moved to Kentucky, and then when we moved back to Ohio. Then COVID happened, and I just had my daughter. She was born April 2020, so like it was just like this giant, I don't know, like ball of just energy that I wanted to get out and put into something. Because I was just kind of bored, and my husband is a pilot, so he was gone a lot. So it was just me and the kids for days on end. And I wanted something that was for me. So one day I was doing laundry, my husband walked by, and I just kind of like blurted it all out. And I was like, I want to start making again. And the way I was talking about it, initially the idea that come to my head was starting, to do markets again, to start up my Instagram page again. And, my husband, who is a dreamer and just kind of kept digging and prodding, and the more we talked, he's like, well, if you feel that way, then I'm sure other moms do too. There's other people out there who, especially in this like post, this is January 2021, so like we're a year into COVID, and it's just like, he's like, I'm sure other people have similar thoughts, of the markets aren't open back up again, and he's like, so let's try to find a space where we can support other people who have, the same kind of dreams as you. And he immediately got on Zillow. He found the house that we now have as our boutique, and it had been for sale for 3 years. It was not in the best shape, but the person selling it, she really wanted to sell the entire parcel, because we have two like large garages on the property too, and a lot of people just kept coming to her with offers just for the garage side, that part of the parcel, and not the home. And the home was just kind of overlooked and neglected. So we were the first people to come to her with an offer for the house. and the garages, because we have plans for those in the future to hold classes and such. And we went from February of 21 to May of 21, completely renovating it floor to ceiling. And we opened May of 2021 with 26 local makers. And at that time, all of us, we were all like local moms. We've since expanded. Now we're looming in on 80 makers in a very whirlwind year.
Definitely. That's amazing.
But again, it's all local, it's all Ohio. Yeah, the growth has been exponential and unexpected. And like I said, we still have so many big dreams for this property, but it's, we're just kind of trying to keep up with this crazy thing that we've created. And we have a playroom. That was another big thing that I wanted to include, was a safe place for my makers to bring their kids when they stock. Whenever like we have an employee who might need to bring their kids, whenever I have to bring my kids, and then if customers want to bring their kids and have a place to put them, and then we give them the receiving end of the monitor, and they can walk around and shop, if their kid's old enough, they feel comfortable enough to leave them up there. So they can kind of just have a moment to themselves. And
That's
I know I always feel limited on what I'm able to accomplish for if we don't have childcare. So
right, exactly. It's a huge struggle that we all face. And I love how you're supporting moms in so many ways, not just your makers, but also your customers as well, to make it that accommodating space, because so many times that's a huge barrier to being able to do things. It's like, okay, I have these little people, but what am I going to do? Or I just need to get out of the house for a little bit because I'm going to go stir crazy if I have to look at these same piles of stuff, like you said, again. And it's exhausting. I don't know about you, but before I had my kids, my idea of being a mom and then the reality of it, it's totally different. And I can't even begin to imagine how isolating that had to be, having a baby. Like April of 2020, you said, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I mean, that is like when everything's shutting down, height of the pandemic, like fear, uncertainty, like, oh my gosh, Bri. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it wasn't a fun time. And at the time
No.
we were in Kentucky and we were planning to move to Ohio in June, we had already bought the house. So that was kind of an extra layer of uncertainty, especially being in Kentucky, because we had people going through the house. We were having open houses and and brand new baby COVID. It was not fun.
No, it's very stressful.
I definitely worked through some things with my therapist,
And that's good. It's good that we have these conversations and utilize these resources, because I mean, if you had high blood pressure, you'd be seeing your doctor for that. And I love how I feel like our generation, we're finally starting to destigmatize, that, hey, you know what? I need help sometimes. And it's just nice to know that there is help available so readily. And that's so important, because it's hard. It is a crazy world. Everything's constantly changing. So I love that you brought that up. So
we have at the
go ahead.
At the shop we have a wall. I call it like our wall of positivity, but it's all stickers, and like over half of them are definitely like mental health, like awareness and like supportive, kind of like, you got this. We've got a little serotonin sticker. We've got a couple of books about like how to like really practice self-care and things like that. So that's another like big part of our mission, is for our boutiques be a place where people walk in, they feel welcome, they feel loved, and they know it's a safe space to talk about whatever they need to talk about.
Love it. Love it. Yes. And I actually, the last time I was in, I bought some stickers off of that wall and I have them on my planner. And it's just that nice little cue to remind you that, okay, take a deep breath, remember that this too shall pass. Just those little reminders throughout the day, because I don't know, I need them. Life gets crazy. And sometimes you just need that visual cue to bring you back to earth. So let's talk about our event next Friday. We are doing a sip and shop in collaboration with 32.8 Inspired & Co. And I am so excited for it. And so do you want to tell us a little bit about it? Because we have two different options. We have the option for a make and take, and then we also have just the opportunity to come in and sip and shop and network. So tell us a little bit more about the event.
Yeah, we've got quite a few things planned. I tend to over plan or go over the top with things. So we do have the DIY class with J Paris Designs that you can add on to like the sip and shop experience. She came up with a really cute chalkboard design. There's two different options. One is get stuff done, and then the other is the other less nice S word of stuff. So it's just a really cute floral design. But I have that kind of humor, so I would totally love
Same.
something like that in my office, like reminding me like to get it done.
Yeah.
But it's a cute little chalkboard, so you can write whatever you want on the chalkboard side, but then you can paint with her the flowers and the words that she's cut out with her skull saw. So that's one of the options. There's just the regular sip and shop networking option, which will be a ton of fun. The sip and shop in general, we're really looking forward to. A lot of our makers have signed up to offer different specials and sales and discounts, which we really only do sales and stuff a couple of times a year. We normally do it around our anniversary, and then we do it around Christmas. We have like a big open house. So this is kind of a big deal for so many of them to line up and want to offer something special for this event too. And then for the first 10 people who purchase a ticket, one way or the other, whether it's a DIY ticket or just a sip and shop ticket, we've got some giveaway bags, some goodies. We're going to have lip glosses from Bohemian Mama in there. There's a edible cookie dough kit, a face mask from Hope Soap, and a couple of other little goodies, plus the bag itself.
Yes, it's all about moms supporting moms, and the women you have, your makers, are just so generous and incredible. And I highly encourage everyone, if you haven't gotten your ticket yet, please do. Please sign up. We'd love to just unwind and just take some time for yourself. Grab a glass of wine there and just walk around, see what they have to offer, and meet other moms that are business owners in the area. You never know what type of collaborations will come out of things. It's an incredible opportunity. I'm so excited that you are willing to have us come out to your space and utilize that. So
Yeah, like I said, we're really excited. It's been my dream to host sip and shops, and we offer personal shopping appointments and whatnot too. And we've done a few of those. So it's the socializing aspect of it. And like you said, like just I love to see my makers get showered in like support and love from the community.
yes.
So I'm really excited to see how it can come together. And like you said, like meet new people, collaborate, and find ways that we can all support each other, which has been the incredible blessing from the Moms on a Mission group. It's Vivian said it to me, and I totally love what she said. There's room for everyone,
Yes.
as long we're always uplifting and supporting each other. There's no need for some kind of crazy competition. Like we thrive together. So
Yes.
I really love everything that you've been able to bring with this group.
Thank you. Yeah, we're all in this crazy world together, and yeah, if we can just show each other more support and kindness, what a better world we'll leave it for our children and just for everyone. So excited to collaborate with you. So in order to get tickets, we do have a link posted on our Facebook page and in the group as well. So if you just click that link, you can grab your ticket. Be sure to let us know if you're coming and planning on doing the make and take. Registration for that will end on Monday. So grab your tickets early, get one of those extra goodie bags. They're so cool. There's a picture of everything that's included on the website as well. So, all right, Bri, it was so great catching up with you again. I am so excited for this event, just to have a night out away from the kids. I love my kids, don't get me wrong, but just to have some time, some adult time is always good. Throw in a glass of wine and it's the perfect evening then. So, all right. Well, you take care and we will see y'all next time. Bye.